So I invited him. I said, well, if that's the case, then you believe, then please accept Islam. And again he said no. He said no, he wouldn't accept Islam, no Hidayah. So there was a brother of mine in London, and I did ring him, and I asked him, I said, please pray for him. The next week, the same brother came, and we offered him a copy of the Quran in English translation, and said, take it. He said, no. He said, I'll do it next time. So he came next time, and I got him, and I said, look, I'm going to hold you to it. You have to take the Quran. He said, my brother, I believe in this. I am Muslim.
Subhanallah.
So with some people, it can take long. With some people, it can take very easy. The other thing is, alhamdulillah, the miracles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We go to Ilkley Town Centre once a month, and we went there, and alhamdulillah, we try our best to follow this example of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba. We try our best, and we're humans, and we do make mistakes, and may Allah forgive us for those mistakes. And we was giving out the dawah, and we was giving out literature, and the people walked past, and they was very upset, because it seems to be a very conservative type of area. And one of the miracles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that whilst we were giving the dawah, people attacked us. They attacked us, not physically, but verbally. And a lady came to us, she's not Muslim, and basically she took some of the leaflets herself, and she as the people were walking past, she was saying, please take this leaflet, please take this leaflet, please take a copy of the Quran. This lady is not Muslim, yet she was inviting people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala herself. This is a miracle, alhamdulillah. So the point we need to make is that as Muslims, alhamdulillah, all we need to do is just a small amount of effort with our neighbours, maybe with our work colleagues, maybe with our customers. It's just a small amount of effort. Tell them exactly what Islam is. Just tell them exactly what Islam is, what you know. You don't have to be a scholar. From what you know, just a small amount, because every Muslim, alhamdulillah, who's practicing will be able to explain to them. Tell them. Because as you see in the media today, Islam is being attacked. People are being attacked physically, the veil is being attacked, the Prophet ﷺ has been basically attacked, billah, with all with the episodes of the cartoons and so forth. So people need to realize that, especially the Muslims, that in order to benefit, inshallah, our communities and others, that is basically tell people exactly what Islam is. On many occasions, people will not accept Islam, but you will get a better understanding from the people. Many times people have come to us and they've said, this is very interesting indeed. And some people will say, I never knew that about Islam. I never knew you believed in this. I never knew you did this. And people have gone away, 9 out of 10 times have gone away with a smile on their face. It's as simple as that. And like I said, alhamdulillah, we've had brothers and sisters accept Islam there and then. Some people will accept Islam there and then. Some may go away and accept Islam. Like we had one brother who came to us, he walked past, and my colleague, he invited him, and we gave him the dawah. Straight away he attacked us, Nauzubillah. He said, if God is all merciful and kind, then why are so many people dying in the world? And the brother calmed him down. He calmed him down and he spoke to him. And basically he explained things to him. At the end of the day, it's people, it's man who causes problems. Not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rauf Rahim, the most merciful, the most kind. So his brother calmed down, and then he said, he promised us, he said, look, I will come back in a short while. And to his credit, he did. He came back, and basically I spoke to his wife, my colleague spoke to him, and they took away the Quran in English translation. The same brother came back the next week when we was back in the Sunday market. And he came and he says to us, he says that I've spoken to my family, and could I have 4 copies of the Quran, English translation, to give to them? And this brother is not Muslim. Here he is, spreading the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And alhamdulillah, if Allah gives him Hidayah and he accepts Islam, then Allah inshallah will reward him immensely. So it is a small effort, a very small effort. And we do get people who come to us, and because of the youth, the Muslim youth here in Bradford, people make these comments. They say to us, you Muslims, you this, that, do that. So it's very, very important that in the community, alhamdulillah, inshallah, we need to project the true teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. and the true teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as He has ordained in the Quran. This is what we need to do, and it will make a huge difference, because like the Imam said earlier, our children are our future. There will come a time when we will not be here. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, our children will be here, and it's better for us to make things easy for them rather than difficult for them. Many years ago there was no Muslims in this country. The majority of Muslims came from the Asian countries. Alhamdulillah, people worked hard, they set up businesses. Today, alhamdulillah, we have a thriving community. There are many masjids in Bradford that started off in small houses. Alhamdulillah, they are large institutions. Inshallah, in years to come, Allah Karam, that this place is the same. And if you look at the miracles of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you look at this building you are sat in, this was originally a fire station. The people who built this building, do you think it ever crossed their mind that one day people would come here and worship the owner of the heavens and the earth? So, alhamdulillah, inshallah, this is something that we need to have on our minds in order to better ourselves and the host community, inshallah, and basically benefit the whole deen of Islam. Is just talk to people. Tell them exactly what Islam is. And tell them that this is the Quran is a communication, it's a message to you from your Creator. And please accept it. If you wish, the choice is yours. Jazakallah.
I'd like to recite some verses from the Quran, and some small surahs, and just go over the meaning. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Merciful and the Especially Merciful. The scholars of Islam say, mercy has two meanings. Rahman and Rahim. Rahma means to give mercy to everyone. And Rahim is especially merciful. And especially merciful are those just for the believers. And this, just for the believers, it means to give them paradise. Whereas the other type of mercy is the mercy for all of creation. Allah gives them food to eat, eyes to see, lips to talk, and legs to walk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us many things. Even the Muslim, even the non-Muslim. Allah has given him food. Allah has given him wealth. Sometimes you'll see an evil tyrant, yet Allah has blessed him with so much. So these are the two different types of mercies. Wal asr, by time. Allah swears by time. Innal insana lafi khusr. Verily, man is in a state of loss. And insana, it also means the forgetful human. The one who's been given so much, yet he forgets the benefits Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Except those that have righteous good actions. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. And those that cling on to the truth, cling on to the rope of Allah. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Have patience upon that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving his characteristics here. He's summing up our task. He's summing up our mission. He's summing up why we're here. Allah saying by time, verily the man who forgets his mission, he forgets his purpose, he's enveloped, he's wrapped in this world, a world full of worldliness, a world full of cheap thrills, a world full of cheap actions which give him a little pleasure for a little amount of time and give him a lot of headache in the long run. Examples of this can be listening to music. An individual can listen to music for those 3 minutes, he may be in bliss. His mind can be set in a different place. As soon as the beat stops, his heart becomes in a state of hollowness, a state of emptiness. Another example could be, he could be in the state of zina. Zina is fornication, adultery, a state where that individual is having sex outside marriage. He might be in a state of passion, he might be in a state of pleasure. The same can be said for intoxicants such as drugs and such as alcohol. An individual might be in a state of pleasure, but in the long run that person is in a state of loss. In the long run that person is in a state of destruction. In the long run he's heading to the hellfire. In both in this world and the hereafter, that individual will be in a state of loss because he forgets why he's in this world. He forgets what is his purpose in this world. What was he put on this dunya for? He's put on this dunya for a test, to see if you would earn the pleasure of Allah subhanahu